hate this.
Alright guys, welcome to another vlog. We went out for an early breakfast and now have meat sweats from this breakfast place. I don't know, I've been meaning to come here forever. It's a place called Billy's Barbecue. It's east of Brisbane. 10 out of 10 recommend. Kids can barely keep their eyes open. Rob's full. I'm pretty much ready to nap, but today we're heading out to Japnats. Time Attack's on, car show out there, so we're gonna go check it out.
I don't want to.
Alright, so I'm nursing my meat hangover and I decided to come out the back here, and did again kind of not great on the whole filming front, but when we resprayed these quarter panels yesterday, there was a bit of overspray in this area, a bit of overspray here, and a bit of overspray here, which was just sort of dried out, and look, you could tell. So you can tell now where I've wet sanded. So I've done a 2000 grit wet sand, so this wet and dry 2000 grit. So I've given that a wet sand, so it feels nice and smooth now. I can't feel any overspray on it. And then I've got Steve coming around, a friend of mine, and he knows how to polish. I don't know how to polish. I know if I try and polish, I'm going to burn the paint. I don't want to wreck it. So Steve's going to come around, give this a go, and hopefully get this quarter panel and that quarter panel all polished up and looking pretty decent again, which I'm pretty pumped about. I've got my wheels ready to go. Those have pretty decent tires. Well, they're like 3/4 or 2/3 brand new, and I've got another 4 brand new tires to go on, and they're brand new tires on the back of the car now, so should be right. 8 tires. I don't know, this, like I said, this thing does chew through tires a bit, so we'll see how that goes. Might check the oil. I only changed it not long ago, so I'll check the oil, make sure she's topped up. And other than that, like, this thing only came off the dyno the other week and it was healthy and kicking fine. So yeah, we'll I think I'm gonna go have a nap. It's the middle of the day, it is 31 degrees and I'm still meat sweating from that breakfast. It was incredible. So I'm gonna chill, wait for Steve to get here, and worry about it then. So I'm probably not going to Japnats. I know I said earlier in the video I was going to go to Japnats. I'm not going to make it to Japnats in time now, just because I've done this stuff, and I also found out there's a 2-hour gap between when Japnats finish and when roll racing starts. So instead of going to Japnats this video, we're heading out to roll racing, where I'm going to be going passenger in a fresh off the dyno 920 horsepower Honda Integra with all-wheel drive. I'm freaking excited, and we'll see what else we can jump in as well. But Benny Wilkinson, he's invited me out there to have a go, have a passenger ride in this thing, and I'm pretty pumped. All drive, 920 horsepower, a car would be light as anything. I'm really excited to go for a ride in this thing. We have a professional-ish.
No.
We have a professional-ish. We have someone that knows how to polish stuff more confidently than me, and I have 0 confidence. How many confidence do you have out of 5?
I got a 1-star Google rating, but it's alright.
This is going to be fine. So if you do see me at Japnats and my car looked good, sick. You saw me at Japnats and my car looked bad,
It's all on me.
We did a good job with the paint. It was just the overspray thing. You get that on the big jobs though, because we're literally all amateurs that are doing this stuff on my cars, essentially. Except for when Russ comes, he knows what he's doing.
Okay, that's the end. My turn, gone. Goodbye, please. There's my mom.
Steve!
Yeah.
He did a mad job, so now I'm just going to give it a snow blow and a scrub and wash it off and pretty much be ready for tomorrow. It's gonna be good. Alright, took the 8.6 for a drive, everything's running really good. Just driving it though reminded me of a couple of things that I need to get done. I have a foot brace on the floor that isn't bracing much. So my foot brace here, once the camera works itself out, it's actually loose. So I need to work out a way to secure that properly, whether it be a nut and bolt or whatever. And what else did I have to do? Oh, my rear parcel shelf area, that's all loose. So not sure that I'm gonna stick a flex. I'll go and see trusty old neighbour Rob and see if he has the right size, what are they called, pop rivets, because I didn't have the right size and I couldn't find the right size. But Rob's just as good as Bunnings. Alright guys, so we finished up on what I needed to on the 8.6. Well, I flagged one thing and kind of fixed another, so pretty good on the 8.6 front. Just going to change some tyres in the morning, but we're out here at roll racing now. I'm going to show you guys a 920 horsepower Honda Integra. It's going to be a wild night. Alright, so this is the main reason we're out here, to see a fast Honda that is somewhat desirable. But you'll know Benny, he is the handbrake king of Mount Panorama.
I've heard it all now. Heard it all.
This is really stupid. It's sick, but it's good, like it's the proper good kind of stupid. Looks literally like nothing except for the big tyres. And is there a nozzle in the back or something stupid to give it away?
Well,
there's nothing that really gives it away.
It's kind of hidden. This is...
How are you, mate?
Okay.
This is Brendan, the owner.
I've met you once before. How are you?
Not bad, mate. So, it's predominantly just drag car?
Oh, well,
street drag car?
Yeah, so originally Brendan sort of built it for like drag challenges and all that sort of stuff, but he had one of these as a teenager as well, so he took a bit of fond of them as well. So,
about the Hondas.
Yeah, so quick rundown. It was a friend of his car, a long time ago in New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
And it was fast for years. That guy brought it over to Australia, but it was only on like a New Zealand retro, so it could only be registered for like a year or something. So after that, that guy moved to the States, whatever, sold the car, and Brendan ended up finding it and bought the car.
Was it four-wheel drive at that point?
No.
Still front-wheel drive? Yeah.
And it was a silver, like gunmetal grey colour. But the shell was quite rusty when we found it, so all he did was pull all the running gear out and put into this clean shell.
Yeah.
We drove around for about 6 months to a year, and then decided to do the all-wheel drive conversion. But
and it's CRX stuff? It's CRV stuff? Or
yeah, but a lot of it's not factory anymore.
Not factory anymore.
Yeah, like
yeah, well,
I think the transfer casing is about that, and the diff casing is about the only standard stuff. But
that's fair.
Want to get into more technical stuff, we're going to do a build breakdown soon, because people keep asking us what the ins and outs are, but we will do that for you.
We'll make a Honda not break everything with 900 horsepower.
Well, to be fair, it was making 800 with a standard box. The head was standard apart from springs and retainers. No porting, no springs, no aftermarket valves, no nothing. The head was stock. The motor itself had like some basic rods in it, and it was sleeved, and it made 800 for 13 years, unopened.
Yeah, right.
So it was pretty impressive, and standard box too.
And that's 2 litres.
1.8. Yeah, so this is the B18. Comes factory with one. But so we dropped a valve at Power Cruise. So after 13 years of abuse, it finally dropped that, and now it's got a full, everything you can do to a motor, it's got it, and it's got a PPG dog set as well. So it should be pretty quick now.
And freshly tuned off the dyno,
Freshly
920?
Tuned. Yep, as of yesterday.
920 wheel?
Yep.
Or 920 hub? What'd you do?
Hub, front.
Hub, Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah, inside, basic-ish? No interior light, come on, no. So is it Kirkies? Or
One
Kirky?
Kirky.
One
Yep.
Kirky,
Full
stock
voltage
wheel.
cage. We're trying to keep it as legal as possible.
Yeah. Sunroof, gotta have a sunroof. And then the business end. There's really nothing to see.
Not a whole lot, no.
No, but like at a first glance, like
you can't even see a turbo.
like
so, yeah.
my car is like 900 horsepower. The turbos are very similar size to the engine.
Yeah.
And it, you know what I mean. It looks impressive. This doesn't have that. Well, obviously it goes like a fucking bat out of hell, but
Yeah.
it's wild looking in there, and that's 900 horsepower. Well, over 900. What would it be at the flywheel then? 1,000.
Over 1,000. Yeah.
Over 1,000 flywheel. That sounds like a better thumbnail to me.
Still power steering and everything as well, which is good. So.
Aircon?
Nah, no, we're not that lucky. We've got a dump pipe down there. But we're probably the only low mount Honda turbo that's over 600-700 horsepower out there. In America, they all go all up the top.
Yeah.
So we're still down nice and low, and we've retained a lot of the factory stuff.
So nicely coated manifold and stuff.
He can run through
It's-
the basics of it. Engine-wise, what is it?
Engine-wise, just a B18C, 84mm bores. We've got a Kelly's crank, Trillo Pro 8 rods, CP pistons. Up the top we've got Calford cams, 85-pound valve springs, titanium retainers, and valves are a lot better too. So Super Tech valves, sorry. Turbos are Precision 6766, just a journal bearing, not a ball bearing. Nice and simple. Intake, we've got just a nice, simple Edelbrock.
Oh, you got, yep. Clutch
But it
delay.
does have nuts.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, a clutch
solenoids
delay
and
valve. I need one of those.
But no, it's pretty simple. One fuel pump in the tank, just nice and simple.
Insanely simple for like 1,000 motor, like, and you haven't gone overboard, but with anything realistically, from visibly, you know, like you could have gone crazy and gone like little dry cell battery, and you know.
The thing is, it needs to stay streetable.
Yeah.
Like we drive it
Yeah.
all the time. You know, we want to do drag challenges. We don't want to get too pinged on. Like, there's some things you can't avoid, but to look at it, it looks pretty factory. And if someone popped the bonnet, like,
Oh, this would even pass already in Vic in the engine bay.
yeah, like,
You know what I mean? Like,
everything, so.
which
Minus
is
a Cadillac converter. Like, how many cars out there they probably don't have them? That's the only thing. We've got a full exhaust system the whole way to the back. It's legal height underneath. Nothing's below 100 mil. So it's a pretty honest car.
yeah, that's insane. Well, yeah, there's a lot of people claiming street car that aren't even close to street cars, so insane. That's
It,
is mind blowing, and I'm really keen. You've seen Dave's doing JPP's doing the Honda into S13. I'm really keen to see what that's like. Obviously, the fact that that's a 2.4 Honda thing and it's going to do no doubt insane things when at 1.8. Is that still 1.8?
It's roughly about a 1.9 now. So factory's 81 mil ball, we're 84.
Actually, the question is like, how much boost do you run?
This here is getting up to about 42.
Yeah. And E85?
Yep.
Yeah. No mix, just E85?
Solely 85. Yep.
Yeah. Just out of the Bowser, or
Yep.
do you?
Yep.
get
Straight
mixed
out of the
up?
Bowser, no C85 or anything. So.
Yeah. That's wild. And then how much knots then?
We're only just using a 60 shot just to bring it on, help bring the
yeah.
turbo. So without it, it sort of spools up at about 6, which is fine at the drag strip, but out here when we're leaving at 4.5, we need it down low, otherwise the race is over.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. And does this have any traction issues now with the all-wheel drive?
No, hook's pretty good. It's surprisingly good, probably because of the weight. Because it's light, it does want to keep moving forward. We don't know now with the extra power. It could have been right on the verge before, but we're not
So
running.
it was 800 before, and now it's
Correct.
9. So it's an extra 120 horse. So yeah,
It's just something we'll have to try.
yeah, absolutely. Well, it's wild. Why does it have the spacer there? Is that a spacer?
Yeah, just to clear, this is the original manifold that the old owner Bruce built 13 years ago.
Yeah.
So we've got a bigger
Obviously
turbo
amazing.
that was sitting there to clear the block, so we had to come out 20 mil. So that was the easiest way.
Yeah, and obviously you don't need a big radiator because
No, that's right.
you're only
Yeah,
pulling,
it's-
doing a run, and that's
Yeah,
it.
it
So
behaves itself. Even down the highway with the trailer on and 4 guys in the car, it still holds temperature fine. So.
yeah.
38 mil wastegate, which is probably unheard of.
Oh,
It's
wow,
only
that's-
900
I feel like-
horsepower, but
I feel like that's
we don't
tiny.
use it.
you don't when you're using all the turbo.
okay,
you don't need a big wastegate. And that's where people get things wrong. So.
Yeah, right.
So this turbo's maxed out.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it's got.
That's wild. So rad. Freaking Honda guys, like, yeah, I don't know. I always see these things and wish they came out rear-wheel drive, but all-wheel drive's pretty rad. Have you ever thought about chucking like slippery tyres on it and four-wheel drifting it?
No. The lock is minimal.
You don't need lock for four-wheel drive drifting.
Oh, true.
Come on.
Give him a few more beers, you'll think about it.
So I jumped in the car with Benny now. He went out and had 2 runs, or one attempted second run. A few temperature issues with the car on the second run. So we're going to go out. Benny forgot to press the data log button, but that's all right. There's a lot going on in a car like this when it comes to running down a strip. Like 900 horsepower with the 1.8 or 1.9 litre, turning NOS on, everything else. And it's been a while out of the seat.
Yeah, been a little while. We'll be right.
So hopefully we'll get a log of this one, see if it's going to get hot or not, and then go from there, I guess.
I wanna be a role model. Truly, I just want to be a bread getter. Why you always trying to be a tough nigga? Fuck around and really be a dead nigga. I've been on 10 since at least 5. In the dirty south where the heat thrive. Pandemic send a nigga 6 feet. So homie, I'ma need me at least 5. Feeling like none of y'all safe bets. Lately I can't even have safe sex. Baby, I ain't fucking with your neighborhood. I ain't even talking about the latex. Ride around town with a doctor mask. Hoping I don't never see a copper pass. Even though I know I ain't did nothing. Cause Lord knows, nigga, they'll pop your ass. Lately I been feeling like God working. When every single part of your soul hurting. Cause every single person I know eating. But ain't a single person I know working. Everybody cool when it's cool though. Streets get hot when the summer coming. Me, I'ma chill by the pool though. Fuck around, let it be 100 something. Understand that you long-winded. At least wait till my song ended. Every time that you doing right, they gon' tell you what's wrong with it. I ain't really worried what the people say. Good as long as my mama love me. Death gotta be beautiful. The world filled with all kinds of love. 5 with my AC on. Nina by my side.
Ready? Like that feels sick. Like
we'll spin it on the second, man.
Like you can go in powerful cars, it's all well and good, but if it doesn't hook, then it doesn't matter. Like my car makes plenty of power, but it doesn't hook. All right, so the run with me went good. 210k an hour over the line.
Yeah,
Forgot to put NOS on, so I've still got plenty more in it, and a big fat boy in the passenger seat.
I think he's just struggling a bit with wheel spin, obviously, in first and second by the look of it. But
Remembering how to turn things on.
Yeah, but he did data log that one, so that's good.
Well, I was reminding him.
We're on. Good luck, mate. Here we go. There's 220 k's an hour over the line.
Yeah. No pressure.
He's still out on track, but we'll listen when he takes off. The supercharger on that thing's
Like looking at this, I reckon you're right. First gear spinning, second gear spinning, third gear is finally hooking.
that one didn't feel like no spinning.
All right, so getting ready for eliminations now. I think he's raised the water temp cut off a little bit. they've done, they've used beer cans to space the front of the bonnet up. So the front of the bonnet up is just spaced up the tiniest little bit to try and get more cold air into the front of the car, with a hope that it'll cool it down more. So fingers crossed. Have a good run. So should be good, should be interesting. We'll see how he goes with the eliminations. A lot of fast cars out here though, so we'll see. Is that a Supra? What's he lined up? Is that low What you saw just then was I believe Barra Cortina come away with the win, so congrats to him. I think winning like $1,000 for winning the roll racing, so it was a good night out. A lot of pretty crazy cars, and a lot of upsets as well. Like I saw cars that were probably definitely faster cars, but then they'd make a mistake off the line or wheel spin or miss a gear. You know, there was various issues where people were sort of stuffing it up. So either way, definitely cool night to come out to. When the S13's going again, I definitely want to come out to one of these. However, I think you have to have a registered car now, so I don't know, I'll put plates on the S13, work it out. But yeah, pretty sick Integra, very sick Integra.